Hello, Professor. This is my video for Activity 1 involving youth sports. I chose on a Saturday to go see a youth basketball game, which I also coach youth athletics, youth sports, youth basketball. This game took place on January 25th, 2020 at Joseph C. Carter Park Gymnasium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The weather was fine outside, but it had no impact on the game because the game was indoors. For the first part, the game was at a pretty large park. This park has a pool, outdoor basketball courts, tennis courts, baseball diamonds, and it has a turf football field with a track that was sponsored by the Orange Bowl. Um, it is located directly east of I-95 on Sunrise Boulevard. There are several grocery stores, gas stations, fast food restaurants, a lot of automotive shops, selling things like, motorcycles, cars, boats, a lot of stuff near this location. For the next part, coaches and referees were generally young, around my age, from about 25 to at most 40, years old. There's a couple of coaches that were, older than that, maybe two or three, but, you know, it, coaching is very generally young where I was at. Coaches were dressed casually. This is my shirt I would probably wear to a game. I have several like this with the logo of the league, and I got coach on the back and stuff like that. And most coaches, were given shirts, things like that. But everybody would be dressed, casually. Um, Referees will be dressed in their usual uh, zebra stripe shirts. Children, they would have their jerseys, their shorts, shoes. Everything would be matched. The athletes are from the age 7 to 12. Um, Everyone at this location is predominantly African American, and they live in that radius in Fort Lauderdale. Um, there's not a lot of people that I would just offhand know, you know, how far they live, but like the majority of the participants live near that area. Um, to the next part, the fans of these games were generally, involved with a particular athlete. By that, they have a relationship with the athlete as far as parents, relatives, friends, and it's not like a high school game where you'd have like alumni or a huge community, of people coming to watch the game just to watch the game. Um, it's mostly people that are involved with the athletes. At most, there was like maybe 75 people watching during any time. And in a lot of the cases, I noticed that as soon as a child gets done, with their game in particular, you know, that family would just leave because it's early Saturday morning and people want to get out of there. Um, for the last part, as far as relationships go, I think relationships, by what I saw, are great. Coaches, and players and fans, generally look for the the fun and the personal development among the child participating. It's not like a high school, college, or professional sporting event where people are entrenched in the team aspect. It's more about the participants. I think that's what really matters. Um, Relationships with officials, depending on how they were calling the game, I think they did a good job, as far as calling games. And, I haven't seen a situation where coaches are, verbally aggressive or fans, with officials. And I like to say that it was a good experience. It reminds me of, when I played youth sports. And I think it was a great experience. And I appreciate youth sports. And I think they're very important, for our youth now. And that's it for my video presentation.